Congressman Troy Carter's on with us right now. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well, sir. How are you this morning?
Doing very well as well. Okay, we got a lot of ground to cover. I want to talk NFIP for sure, but I would be remiss if we didn't start by looking back on last weekend. How was your 4th?
It was fantastic. We had the 31st annual Essence Festival, Essence Music Festival, empowerment seminars, guest speakers, foods, crafts, great music, great opportunity to talk about pressing issues like health care and women's health and economic development, and great music, man. It was hot, a little rain mixed in between, but a lot of the criticisms from last year were addressed and corrected. Looks like the festival went off without a hitch. Millions of dollars to the to the state and city coffers in the way of sales taxes, hotel rooms full, restaurants making money. Good weekend.
You mentioned the drop-off last year. It did look like numbers overall for the weekend. It looked like Friday picked up, Saturday held where it was, because last year Saturday didn't have the drop. Last year Saturday didn't have the drop-off, but Friday picked up, Saturday held, and then Sunday picked up as well.
Yeah, it looks like they and equally as important was the fact that they were able to correct many of the criticisms from last year, like acts coming on hours after they were supposed to,
right.
Scheduling being all out of whack. That's a real issue. No one wants to wait until 2 a.m. to see their favorite act come out. You know?
Yeah, no, exactly. By the way, who'd you go see?
I went to see Patti LaBelle and Babyface. Those were the ones that I wanted to see. Of course, I love all of them, but those were the two that I specifically stopped talking and stopped walking around for. Essence Festival is a time when it's like a big reunion. You walk around saying hi to friends and congregating and enjoying the music at the same time. It's like a good football game in the Superdome. You talk until your favorite team is playing. Yeah,
exactly. I would have pegged you for a George Clinton guy, though.
You know what? I just didn't go back out on Sunday.
All right, fair enough.
I'm a George Clinton guy. I'm of that vintage, but I'd done multiple seminars that day, had a big church service, and just decided, you know what? I'm going to have to listen to you on the radio, brother.
Congressman Troy Carter is our guest, little D.C. Current, presented by the Louisiana Association of Business and Industry. Of course, LABI is our state's Chamber of Commerce. You can learn more about them at labi.org. All right, down to business here. You're working on some legislation, or I should say you have already presented legislation that addresses the National Flood Insurance Program, the NFIP, and it's calling for more transparency here. Tell us what we're looking at.
Yeah, and I'm very proud this is, again, a bipartisan bill that recognizes that the issues with the National Flood Insurance Program is not along party lines. It's an issue for everyone in this region, specifically Louisiana. We have been fighting with FEMA about sharing with us, if you are going to modify the flood rates, explain to us why. What's the methodology? They tell us it's some kind of algorithm that determines it. Okay, share with us what the algorithm is. And heretofore, we have not received that. So what we've done is we have, in a bipartisan fashion, presented the NFIP Premium Transparency Act, which is clear, pun intended.
Right.
This bill requires the Federal Emergency Agency to provide comprehensive, transparent flood insurance information to property owners so the public can look at and know what caused it and what can we do to reduce it. We know we have various programs. We know that we've done fortifying of roofs. We've done fortifying of levees. We've done taken mitigating actions. As a result of those mitigating actions, there should be commensurate reductions in rates. Yet we have not seen any of that happen. So it's, as if we're taking the necessary steps to help ourselves, still aren't getting any relief, and still aren't being told what you need to do. It's like you're taking a test, not getting the results of your last test back, so you don't know where you did well or where you did poor,
right.
And you got to keep retaking it. Well, just tell me, what are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? What do I have to do to get better? Tell me, what am I doing wrong? Don't tell me it's wrong, but not tell me what I did wrong. Mm-hmm. And that's essentially what the federal government's doing. It's taxing people with higher rates, not sharing with them why or what they can do to make it better. And so what this bill does is it forces FEMA to come up with a transparency formula, so then we can work with our cities, our states, our regions, our areas that have seen exponentially increased rates in their flood insurance, in some cases so high that people can't afford to keep their homes that they actually own now,
right.
where the insurance rate is higher than what the house note was.
Keep your wellness routine going strong all summer. Kachava's new travel packs help you stick to your daily ritual even when you're on the go. Just one packet of Kachava's all-in-one nutrition shake provides complete nutrition wherever you are, with 25 grams of protein, 6 grams of fiber, greens, adaptogens, and more. Simplify your daily ritual. Go to Kachava.com and use code NEWS for 15% off. That's KACHAVA.com, code NEWS.
When you're a maintenance engineer in a beverage manufacturing plant, you keep production lines moving and quality on track because there's no room for slowdowns. With Grainger's vast selection of high-quality motors, sensors, belts, and hard-to-find parts, you can get what you need fast and all in one place, so nothing gets in the way of getting the job done. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Grainger knows when you're a procurement manager for an office park, you're not managing one building, you're managing all of them. And to stay ahead, you need to see through walls and around corners. Lights about to fail, filters ready to clog, HVAC on its last leg. If you wait until something breaks, you're already behind. Count on Grainger for quality products, easy reordering, and 24/7 support. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Congressman Troy Carter is our guest. And like you said, this is a twofold problem. I want to go back to the algorithm part of this problem. Yeah, what we're doing to help mitigate on our end, that is a big part of it. But on the algorithm side, I don't know why it's so complicated, because it should be, there should be like 3 or 4 parameters that play into it. Your proximity to water, your elevation, maybe 1 or 2 other things. But for some reason, it's treated like the Colonel's recipe.
Exactly. And it, my thing is, if you believe in it, share it with us.
Right.
If you think it's sound, share it with us. If you think you're doing the right thing, share it with us. And if you're not, my inclination is if you're hiding something, that means it's something you don't want me to see. If it's something you don't want me to see, it's something that I'm not going to like. So, that formula doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for the American people. And we're going to fight to make sure that transparency is provided and that we come up with a formula that gives people some relief. Government should not work in the dark and hide from the people that it represents.
Who creates the NFIP?
It's through the FEMA, Federal Emergency Management Agency.
Are we able to pin down within there, like there's one person accountable for it, or is this a whack-a-mole game?
Last year, I had a meeting in my office with the FEMA head and a couple of bureaucrats who are ones that have seen FEMA secretaries come and go, right? They've been around for 20, 30 years. Right. They're not appointed by anybody. They're civil servants. And this guy seemed to be very proud of this product. And a few times the secretary had to or the administrator had to shut him up because he was defending it a little too vigorously, which leads me to believe that what you have is a series of civil servants, if you will, not to bash civil servants or to say anything disparaging about them, but here's someone who is a person that's not subject to the whims of political concern or even constituent concerns, and, sits back and fancies himself with a formula he created, but it doesn't work.
Right.
Listen, maybe you have a good formula, and I'm proud. I'm happy if you do. Maybe you've done something fantastic. And if it is, then be proud of it, but explain it to us. You can't just give me the end product. I want to see your work product. You know when you were in school and your teacher said, I want to see your scratch sheet too?
Yep.
Don't just give me the answer. Let me see the scratch sheet. That way I'll know you really did it.
Right.
So I don't only want the answer. I need to see the scratch sheet. And that's what this bill does. It forces them to give us the scratch sheet so we can see what you're doing and, more importantly, what we can do to protect ourselves better and to fight against these higher rates.
We got less than a minute to go with Congressman Troy Carter. I want to ask you about the makeup of the four guys on the bill here. You got Cleo Fields, you got Mike Ezell from Mississippi, and then got to reach up to Pennsylvania for the fourth here. For Representative Bresnahan. Why is Pennsylvania? I know why they're on board, but why is Pennsylvania part of this? Is it just to show that this is not just a Southern problem?
No, it's to demonstrate that because, see, we think about flooding as our issues with flood as it relates to, toppling levees.
Right.
But with natural disasters happening all over the world, people are starting to see floodwaters come in record amounts of rainfall than they've never seen before.
Right.
And this is demonstrative of the fact that we are saying this is not just a southern region issue, because now we see with climate change and these natural disasters happening much more frequently, people are having flooding instances in places they never had them before. Right. And now they're feeling the pinch of never having to have flood insurance at all to now, boom, getting these exorbitant bills. So, it really is rapidly becoming a nationwide issue, although some areas see it far more prevalent than others.
He is Congressman Troy Carter. We visit about this time every week. Always appreciate the time, sir.
God bless you, my friend. Have a fantastic week.
You do the same.